Good morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be reading a story to you called Nerdy Birdie Tweets, written by Aaron Reynolds and illustrated by Matt Davies. This book is part of the Digital Citizenship series of books that I'm sharing with all the students. Another pretty funny book. This is Nerdy Birdie. Nerdy Birdie loves playing video games. This is Vulture. Vulture thinks video games are boring. Vulture loves snacking on dead things. Now Nerdy Birdie thinks dead things are gross. Nerdy Birdie and Vulture are very different. They are also best friends. 3 things Nerdy Birdie and Vulture love to do together. Number 1, make fun of each other's lunch. Number 2, make silly faces. Number 3, take goofy pictures of each other. One day, Nerdy Birdie discovered an amazing new game. It's called Tweetser, he told Vulture. What does it do? Asked Vulture. Lots of things. Number 1, I collect tons of friends online who may or may not text me back. Number 2, I can play games with them all. And number 3, I can tweet messages and pictures for all of them to see. Vulture says, sounds awesome, even though he really thought it sounded kind of dull. An hour later, Nerdy Birdie had 50 new Tweetser friends. I'm friends with a flamingo. Neat. A day later, Nerdy Birdie had 100 new Tweetser friends. He played Angry Worms with an ostrich and tweeted his score. I'm friends with an ostrich. How cool is that? Cool, said Vulture. A week later, Nerdy Birdie had 500 new Tweetser friends. He had never dreamed he could have that many friends. I'm even friends with a puffin. She lives in Iceland. Iceland! You're friends with a vulture, and she's dying of boredom. Boredom. Come on, let's do something different. In a minute. This is not fun. Did you realize I can fit your whole body in my beak and I could eat you in one bite if I wanted? That's kind of nice. Vulture decided she had had enough of watching Nerdy Birdie play Tweetser. Vulture spread her wings and she flew away. An hour later, Nerdy Birdie finally noticed she was gone. The next day, Vulture had a surprise for Nerdy Birdie. Vulture had joined Tweetser. They Tweetsered together all morning. At lunchtime, they put away their games. It was just like old times. They made fun of each other's lunch. They made silly faces. They took goofy pictures of each other. But when they logged back onto Tweetser, Vulture found a surprise waiting for her. What is this? And she saw something that said, Vulture Girl is a messy eater. She eats dead things. Ew. Oh, that? It's just a picture of what I posted from lunch, said Nerdy Birdie. Why did you tweet it to all your friends? I thought it was funny. Just because you thought it doesn't mean you should tweet it. Why? Because it's embarrassing. Well, I just thought, no, you didn't. You didn't think. Vulture spread her wings and she flew away. An hour later, Vulture hadn't come back to their favorite telephone wire. And a day later, Vulture still wouldn't answer any of Nerdy Birdie's calls. Vulture! A week later, Nerdy Birdie found a dead squirrel on the road, Vulture's favorite snack. He waited for hours hoping she would come back by, but she never showed up. A day later, only 3 Tweetser friends had tweeted back. And one said, What do you want me to do about it? I live in Iceland. LOL, stinks to be you. Try not to be such a bird brain. LOL. She was trying to get help from her friends, but nobody was being helpful. She just couldn't find Vulture. Nerdy Birdie closed down his game. He opened up his tiny little wings and he flew. He flew high, he flew low. He flew across town, he flew over fields until he spotted her in the tree, right in the branches of the dead oak. But Nerdy Birdie knew his best friend a mile away. Sorry, I was a bird brain. Vulture said nothing. I shouldn't have tweeted that photo of you. Vulture said nothing. I'm sorry, said Nerdy Birdie. Well, you should be, said Vulture. Really, I am. And really, he was. But what about your 500 tweetser friends? Asked Vulture. Nerdy Birdie shrugged. One real friend like you is worth 1,000 tweetser friends. This is Nerdy Birdie. This is Vulture. They are very different. They are also best friends. Some days Nerdy Birdie decides what they should do. Take that. I just beat your angry words all-time score. One more game, please. And some days Vulture decides what they should do. Dead raccoon ahead. I see it. And some days they even get together and they tweet. Sweet. I hope you enjoyed today's book. I have 5 rules, and these are rules for being a good digital citizen, and I'm just going to put them right here so you can look at them. The first one, you need to think before you post. T-H-I-N-K. The first one for thinking, is it true? What you're posting about someone or what you're finding online, is it true? H, is it helpful? Nerdy Birdie was not being helpful to his friend when he posted that picture of Vulture eating that food and put the word "ew." Was it inspiring? If you're online, are you finding stuff that's going to make you a better person? Maybe some crafts you can do, maybe some exercises you can do. You want to use online to be inspired, maybe inspired to read a good book. N, is it necessary? When you're online and you're doing things or posting things, is it necessary? Should you ever be giving your personal information? If that is necessary, you may want to ask an adult before you post that information. And K, think about today's story. When you're online, are you being kind? If you post anything, please make sure it's to make somebody feel better.